Hey, welcome Steelers Nation. It's a Victory Monday. Welcome to Steelers Realm Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, JT. We've got a great show for you tonight and a great cast to give you their insights. Anyhow, we'll be kicking around the game, the big win over in Ireland. We'll talk about some breaking news just recently this evening, in case you guys didn't catch it. And also, we're going to go over our Who's Drinking Wine and Who's Stomping Grapes segment as we review the Steelers win over the Vikings. So grab a cold iron, pull up a chair, put your headphones on, and let's go. Here we go.
Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm.
Oh, thank you, Andy Hart from Cat Country Radio with that great announcement. Welcome, Steeler Nation, and welcome the famous TA and producer back in the saddle for Victory Monday Celebration Podcast. Welcome, guys.
Well, thanks for having
Let's go.
us, JT. You know what I was just thinking? All the different music we heard this weekend, we didn't hear any bagpipes.
We didn't
you
have
hear
any bagpipes. I heard some bagpipes, yeah.
You heard some bagpipes? Okay.
I did.
It wasn't by the Sith, was it?
I know it was not by the Sid. It was not by the Sid.
Man. Wasn't by the Sith. Okay.
Yeah, shame on. That would have been great.
Oh, that would have been.
How about them for a halftime show, dude?
Oh, yeah. Well, it'd be
They put on a show, too.
It'd be better than Bad Bunny. Did you see that? Who's going to be in the Super Bowl?
I saw that.
Bad
There you
Bunny.
go. The breaking news. They were like, stay tuned for breaking news last night. And we're like, okay, it's coming up. We'll be right there. Don't go away. Breaking news. Super Bowl halftime show, a special announcement. Really? And we're like, that dude?
Who is he again?
The guy that was the caddy for in Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
Bad Bunny, baby.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, baby.
That's it. I know he did. He hit a great role in Happy Gilmore too. If you guys did, you guys catch that? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely did.
I loved it, man.
It was pretty good. Well, even Eminem in number 2 was pretty good. Did you know who Eminem was?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
I did not.
You didn't even know. I didn't think so. He was.
There's a lot I don't know. So
3 yeps equals I don't know.
Is that what it is?
That's your tell, producer.
Yep.
come on.
Yeah. Yep. If you go 2 yeps, you're okay. If you go 3 yeps, you have nothing.
You could tell I was looking up on my phone.
Oh man, that is too funny. Okay, hey, enough of all that. We gotta talk some football.
Talking football, man. Were you wearing the green?
Green.
No, but I was a little green in the gills, man. We stayed up a little late Friday or Saturday night by the fire. And next thing you know, it was like, it was a little, that's all.
A little toasty?
Say. It was odd watching a game at 9:30, but I will say this, man. My wife makes some awesome breakfast burritos, so she had them all made up the night before. So we're all in the garage, man, and next thing you know, man, we're eating breakfast burritos and watching the game, and I mean, it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. How about you guys? What did we do for a Saturday morning out of the box game or Sunday?
Oh, I loved it, man.
I'm sorry, Sunday morning.
Yeah, up early, grab a couple cups of coffee, get it going, and then it was like a pregame show. We're like, yes, we got to sleep in a little bit. Yeah, we hit it pretty hard the night before too, but we got to bed at reasonably adult time, and we're able to recover enough to turn on the TV, and boom, they're talking about Steelers. I'm like, this is great. I don't have to put up with 3 hours of
everybody
talking NFL talking heads just to get to Bob and those guys. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. How about you, producer?
Oh, don't worry. I was up late watching the Penn State game. Got a nice 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Then woke up early to watch the game for us to destroy the Vikings, which was always fun to watch. Except for then there, but
yeah, except for the Penn State whiteout game.
Yeah.
Which should have been a blackout. It would have been further off. But yeah, I scratched Drew Eller off our draft board, by the way, too.
So I got a quick question to ask you.
And I penciled in the Oregon quarterback.
How do you guys feel about Oregon now being part of the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Better step it up, man. I love the competition. I love the competition. Big Ten is tough, man. You look at the teams, Indiana.
I think bringing Oregon and those boys from the pack out here into ours, it really changed some dynamic of some things at the Big Ten. And you're right. It brought some competition, which is great for the Big Ten.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to take a couple years to iron that all out. But the thing that I don't like about it is how that's going to play effect in the Rose Bowl, because, usually it'd be Big Ten and like Oregon or Washington.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that now.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Over the time.
Yeah. All in due time. So final score, 24-21. Did you get a chance to peek back at our predictions? Did you transpose them for this game?
Yeah, they're at the bottom of the sheet. Let me scroll down.
Okay. Yeah, 22-20. Hijacker 21-14. Ooh. And TA had him walking away. Had things gone the way they could have, TA, that very well could have been the score for us anyhow.
It could have, but you nailed it. I got to give it to you.
22-20.
Pretty damn close.
I mean, DJ was there on your heels at 27-24, but I think we're going to have to give you the predictions this week. You are the Emmy winner this week. Hold up your trophy, please.
There it is. Dun, 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 the gold.
Wait, it's not even an icy light. That's like sacrilegious. It's just Miller Lite. Less filling, but great.
Here's the real trophy here, though.
There
What's in this?
Go.
This is gold here.
That's what matters.
Yeah, but hey, I also nailed the other prediction too, and I said Boz gets to continue watching more Netflix. However, he did take a break to go out on the field for a few seconds. However, it didn't produce on the scoreboard. But
that was an odd thing, JT. We haven't seen very many Boz blocks.
No.
And that was felt bad for the young man.
Well, when Nikki saw that, she's like, "What is it with the blocked field goals lately?"
I was going to say that. It was all week. The Eagles had 2 of them. Other teams as well. It's crazy.
Did they lighten up on the the jumping jack rule or whatever, the leapfrog rule?
No.
Did they lighten up on that or what?
They're all coming the long way. They're coming around the end.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to show you how fast the NFL is becoming.
Yeah, speaking about coming around the end on that play, whose assignment that was? Number 88.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yes.
And we're going to see where he ends up at the end of the day in our segment. Is he drinking wine, stomping grapes, or is he even in a bucket at this point? I don't know. But let's go to drinking wine first, shall we? Let's go around the horn. We'll take turns. I'll go first. I'm going to take my man, Aaron Rodgers. The dude was having a blast out there. Mm-hmm. He was even that segment. I don't even think the TV or the cameraman knew what we were going to do. Are we going to kick a field goal? Are we going to go back out and go for it? What are we doing here? But The dude was having a great day. He was managing the game. I mean, we still got to work out some stuff, but this was kind of like a hint of what this team's potential we really thought they had.
Mhm.
But I mean, efficient, you know, a leader. You know, he even knows when to take a shot at drawing a defensive pass interference. You know, I think he did it again. You know, I mean, he's all about the game. The guy's all in, man. I'm convinced now. The guy is all in. You kept panning to him here and there, and he just had a smile on his face the whole game. No interceptions again. What was it? 119.7 quarterback rating. I mean, at one point, wasn't he 9 for 9?
Oh yeah, he was
In the first quarter. Yeah, and I'm on this chat group with the family, and my brother-in-law from Texas was like Aaron Rodgers sucks, and I'm like, what the hell's the matter with you, dude? I'm like, yeah, he sucks. And then just about after that, I don't know, it was just crazy. I was like 9 for 9, and he sucks. What? Of course, he changed his tune right after that. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers definitely sipping the wine or the Guinness for this game too.
He had a couple before the game. Well, not before the actual.
Right.
Just after the game.
The night before. Who else was drinking wine? TA, why don't you take the next one?
Well, look, as far as drinking wine goes, though, you're right, JT. As far as his facial expressions, the best part was when they brought in Mount Washington to run the tush push, which I thought was awesome. And there's Aaron Rodgers back there like a little happy leprechaun. Like, just watch this, boys and girls. Let's show you what a 8'7" dude was going to go ahead and do. And he did exactly that. But what is really amazing to me,
I love the camera angles. They gave him like just standing there pointing the first down from the back view, and they gave him like the side view.
Oh yeah, and he was very animated this whole entire game. And here's the other thing, man: 2.17 seconds. That was his average for getting that ball off. Whew. Dude, it's faster than what Ben was doing it. This is like Todd Haley ball here.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that 2.17 seconds would not have put this boy into the drinking wine category of Mr. DK Metcalf. 80-yard touchdown, man.
Oh, man, that was the thing of beauty.
Coming out of the slot and just, I mean, that's an international series record. I mean, can you, and how big and powerful he was early in that first half. Nobody was bringing him down. He was like, you're going to tackle me and these Europeans are going to just see how tough I really am.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that was it flashed. We're like, there it is. There it is, producer.
Yeah. Yeah, DK looked amazing. I mean, first half he went off. I'm finally happy we actually used him. But one guy who was drinking wine, that has to be Kenneth Gainwell, who actually went off this game, had almost just barely under 100 yards rushing. He was at over 5 yards a clip. Also had in a few catches as well, over 30 receiving yards. So total yards still over 100. But he allowed Rodgers to just be a game manager because we were running the ball at a good clip and we were playing good defense. So like the formula is there for us to win. And Rodgers, if he can just be a game manager with that type of offense, we can win a lot of games, hopefully.
Yeah. And what did we talk about leading up to this game? Balance. We need more balance in this. And TA, we got it with Gainwell, the unsung hero, man. Just kind of like unspoken. Boom, stepped right in. Everybody's like, oh, Warren's not going to play. Our running game's going to even take a bigger hit. Best running game of the season so far. So,
yeah, I was really worried when Warren went out, but Gainwell really stood up.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, and he did, man. And just capping on that real quick, 1 yard. 1 yard is all he needed for 100. And Rodgers tried to get that a couple of times. And we're going to talk that at the end. So I want you all to remember that 1 yard. But before I do, I just want to put this out. I've said it before in past shows, so I got to say it again. And JT, I know you were asking earlier, does Kenneth Gainwell become our number one and let Jalen be number two? I really feel Jalen is a better Robin to a Batman, and Kenneth Gainwell could potentially be Batman.
I would not have a problem with that. I really wouldn't. I mean, even in preseason and early on when he's had a chance, he gets to the hole quick. That I will tell you, he gets to the hole quick, and what comes out of it. I mean, he squirted out of there a couple times, and it was just like, it was impressive. He was impressive. Caleb Johnson, still trying to catch that moving train yet, but
22 yards wasn't bad for the young man on 6 carries.
No.
I mean, that's 4 yards a carry. That was his best production all year.
Not bad, especially for a rookie to at least get in there. I mean, that was what really his first game ever, basically, because he was in the doghouse for a couple games there.
Only one.
One. Yeah, last game.
One game. I'm losing track already.
Yeah, only one.
I guess 3 games in, way back at the beginning of the season. Well, talk about a moving train, man. This dude really showed his speed on this play, DA.
Oh, look, first of all, Andre Green, thank you for showing up today. And you're right, Victory Monday is always great. And JT, talk about a moving train. Payton Wilson, 22.8 mile an hour. He was clocked faster than any linebacker ever, and almost running backs and receivers. And let's face it, he chased down Jordan and Addison. GT, if he wouldn't have stopped him, because let's face it, I mean, that tackle really forced the Vikings to do a lot of things on that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
absolutely.
That could have been a quick, dynamic game changer, but no. Instead, young boys and girls out there listening, this is why you never, ever, ever give up on a play, because of that right there. That was a game-winning tackle. Kudos to Payton Wilson.
It was, yeah. I mean, if he wouldn't have, made them have to go through that, how much time did it make them run off? A good minute,
like a whole minute, right? Probably.
Yeah. So good for them. And then, of course, what can you say? I was thinking earlier tonight. I was like, man, he's almost like a strong safety. Like, when's the last time we saw speed? One of our D-backs like that. There's a guy with long curly hair that comes to mind real quick. But that was Troy-esque play. To cut that angle down and make up speed like he did makes you think like, just utilize him for passing downs. And speed out there.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say, because look, the young man got a little bit of flack from us a couple of weeks ago when he was non-existent. I mean, because we were all, where was he at? So I want to make sure we give kudos where kudos belongs. He led this team in tackles this week at 13, and he had a counterpart, Mr. Queen, follow right up there behind him. And our young linebackers did what we needed them to do, which was hold a running back for the first time, guys, under how many yards?
Under 100.
Under 100. Kudos to those men in the middle, man. Kudos to those men in the middle.
Yeah, that was big. And who else kind of looked pretty good in there? He stepped up. He was playing well, man. Benton?
Yeah. Well, he got 1.5 sacks, but he kind of still want to watch sacks in there, I think.
Yeah, but who would want to see those two coming at you? I don't care who gets it. I'm like, I don't want any part of that.
Scary.
But,
hey, 1.5 sacks for the big guy, man, he gets it. Because that was the other thing. They all play gap control too.
Yeah.
That the front seven was very, very gap controlled this game. So I also got to say hello to Mr. Austin because I still question his authority on this defensive side of the ball as coaching goes.
Yeah, he was a little
Makes
bit
you
better
wonder.
this game. I think he actually had 6 or 7 guys at the line, bringing a bit more blitzes than what we saw previously. He was doing better up until the end, where he just had a coverage lapse that was probably his fault.
Yeah.
Yep.
JT, how many sacks did they all have?
Us 7, right?
Yeah, I think it was 7.
I think at the end of the day, they finally gave us 6, but none sweeter than who, Mr. JT? Who was the guy we got to give credit to? Who made it look like playing football effortless again? What's his name?
Wonder who.
JT, can you help us out? Don't leave us hanging here,
Queen?
JT.
Oh, TJ Watt? Like, what do you like, Mr. Obvious today or what?
I forgot he was on the team.
We're looking for Mr. Obvious today.
Oh, I thought we were already there with 1.5 sacks, 1 interception, which was critical turnover there, by the way. How about that? Batted, bouncing ball. Guess who comes down with the baby? You know it, man. Number 90. Just absolute terror. Yeah. And, as the game wore on, we didn't notice it right off the bat, but a little sideline reporting started to show that it was taking its toll on the Vikings front offensive line. And you know what? They just pinned their ears back. Why they didn't keep doing it in the fourth quarter, I'll never know, and perhaps nobody ever will. But nonetheless, I mean, between him, we were getting pressure. We were getting stops at the line. We created him to be one-dimensional, and we know he wasn't going to outrun us, Carson Wentz. And then we had good play in the backfield. My man back in the fold to DeShon Elliott. First game back. TA, I sent you some stats over, man. Why don't you pull it up?
Oh, dude, you want to talk about a closer. And you want to talk about how much we missed him. 6 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack, a tackle for a loss, 2 quarterback hits, and 2 passes deflected. Welcome to Ireland. My God, DeShon was all over the place. Good to see.
Holy crap. I think that's more stats than the whole Vikings defense had that game.
You might be right there, producer. You might be right. Oh, guys, now I hate to do this, man. I really hate do this. Look, everybody's drinking wine, and we could probably talk about more drinking wine, but we got to get into stopping grapes.
Yeah.
Producer, why don't you tell us who was number 1 on the stopping grapes list?
Well, unfortunately, it seems to be every week now. It's Broderick Jones. He gives up a few sacks. Although I will mention, he did pick up with a fumble when Rodgers it slid out of his hands like a lateral. But at least he picked up the ball. That was his best play in about 2 years.
That was good heads-up play, man. They replayed that again, showing how he followed the play. Thank goodness, because that could have been a turning point in that game too.
You know what? For everything we might say about Broderick Jones, one thing that I will say is wherever that ball ends up at, Broderick Jones is right there with a hand and a mitt to go ahead and pick you back up. So it's not as if the kid's not trying. He's just a slep rock. He is actually out there trying.
At least he's actually playing attention to the game. It's what I want to say.
He is. You know what? We didn't hear his name very much at all on that. So, yeah, he still gets a sip here every now and then. But, yeah, still working his way out of the barrel over into the tasting room.
I can't wait to see Tomlin. Well, today, I just wanted to say Broderick Jones finally made it to the tasting room because he doesn't make any beers.
As they say in the business, there's a fine line between drinking wine and stomping grapes, and Broderick is right there somewhere in the middle.
In the tasting room.
He's got 1 foot over the line and 1 foot on the other side of the line.
He's somewhere in the vineyard sipping grapes over there somewhere.
In the vineyard.
So I mentioned this earlier, producer.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
one guy definitely, I'm not even sure if he's stomping grapes or he maybe got the kick out. Based on the number of passes thrown to him, I would have to say he got kicked out of the bucket without even knowing it. But our buddy number 88, Pat Freiermuth, virtually non-factor in this passing game anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, still viable blocker, blah, 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 blah. But if he's such a good tight end, why aren't we using him?
I don't know. He had like 2 catches, even though he's probably one of our better targets on his whole team. I don't get it, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want to add just a little bit of context to it. Like when it comes to the tight ends, you had Darnell Washington out there 48 snaps. Spencer Anderson, 19, which means we ran the jumbo more than ever before, which really opened up the running game and I think really gave us a different look. Even Connor made more plays than what Pat made at 15 and Jonnu Smith at 13. You want to talk about taking 2 weapons off the field? Was this look, I got to personally say this looks like this was a designed offense for something that they seen on the Vikings, and they chose to put 2 guys on the bench they did not need.
Well, I guess didn't they go? Wasn't there a time where they went with 4 tight ends at one point?
There was. Mm-hmm. A matter of fact, I would like to go back. I think they had all 5 out there at one time.
Only one was a fullback.
Yeah, I really think at one time they had all 5 out there, JT. But Dan, if you're, I'm sorry, Art, if you're listening, please start sending us the film tape.
Right, we want to get it right. Well. Let me just wrap this. Let me just wrap this up with a thought, because we're going to jump out of the barrel here for a second. And there's definitely a lot of social media and a lot of chitter chatter about the game management. But before we say that, when we talk about the injury bug that hit at the end of the day, we got one back. TA, who else got on the injury list? Saw Calvin go down.
Calvin went down and left the stadium. And the only reason Calvin left the stadium, and thank you, Calvin, for sending out some tweets, because I don't think a lot of us in the U.S. realize it, that Croke Park doesn't have the x-ray facilities that most NFL facilities have today. So they had no choice but to make sure they acted quickly, get him off site to a Dublin hospital to make sure that they were able to properly assess the situation. In this case, Calvin's going to be fine. We don't know necessarily 100% of the severity of it. We're going off of his words, but it will be all right.
It was a shoulder.
It was a shoulder. Absolutely right. Thank you, JT. But here's one thing that I got to ask. All right. Now, as I'm watching the game, do you guys remember the Ramsey let me pick up the ball and run it back for a touchdown? And right there at the end, he kind of grabbed his hamstring.
Yeah, he faked a hammy. Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was a real hammy until my youngin said, "Nah, Dad, that's what they do now. He faked the hammy and blah, blah, blah." And I'm thinking to myself, who the hell would fake a hammy in football?
Well, and then he followed it up with a little jig.
Right, with a little jig, and he got it out there going, and he was dancing and all that good stuff. Yeah. But my point is don't jinx yourself, man. And he might have jinxed himself.
That was karma. Yeah.
Are you saying he got injured doing the Irish jig?
No, I'm saying that karma, the little leprechaun who was watching the game, come back and said, "You're going to fake that? Let me show you what faking's all about." You can't do that stuff. I'm just a firm believer in some things are sacrilegious. You can't do it, man.
Right. So word is both of those guys probably going to miss at least another game past the bye and another game. What are they saying? Like at least a couple weeks anyhow.
Yeah. That's what Gary Dulac said. A few weeks, but we got the bye week and the Browns, so it's not that big of a deal.
So that brings up some new challenges. And then speaking of challenges, they certainly had a game clock management and just overall decision-making seem to be pretty questionable among most Steeler fans as far as that goes. So, T.A., why don't you chime in on that?
Again, I'm just going to be quick and simple about this. I've said it for a while now. Are we playing to win or playing not to lose? Because it sure feels like we play not to lose. And even Aaron was ready to go for that. And in both situations, we had confidence. We had control of the offense. We were running the jumbo package. Did we run out of plays on the jumbo package? Because if we did, then shame on us. We should have had something we didn't see. That's all I got to say. At least this year, I feel like we can get that yard. And even if we couldn't get it with Aaron in there, then by God, put the big guy back in there and let him do the push-tush. Matter of fact, put Spencer in the backfield as tailback and maybe go ahead and throw in, I don't know, who else is a big guy in there? Hell, put in Loudermilk back there for all I care and have him push Mount Rushmore to the first down.
Why not?
I mean,
I was thinking that too. I'm like, why can't everybody? I mean, if it's going to be legal, let's all do it then. What the hell? You're seeing it everywhere across the league now, in some form or another. So, I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yes. Push the Mount Rushmore.
Push the Mount. Huge success for the NFL. Sure seemed like the game was getting a little out of hand, and the NFL came in and said, hey, you know what? Start throwing a little penalties on the Steelers. Let's slow this game down. Let's give them a chance to win. We need that score to be closer for Vegas and 100 other reasons why we need. Let's let the Vikings get back in it. Let's make it a good show for Dublin and the international stage.
Are you telling me we had the WWE card pulled?
Yeah.
The parallels are uncanny. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but boy, they should have did everything they could to keep them moving down the field and make sure they got some more points on the board, and let's get that over under closer and everything else that goes around with it. But I'll tell you what, big win for the Steelers. We gained Ireland as a fan base. They were loving it. And I saw tweets of Kevin and some other guys that were over there, and they're like, dude, this was Steeler Nation International over here. So, yeah, big win for the NFL. They got everything they wanted out of that game, take it right down to the wire. A win for the Roonies puts us in a great position moving into the bye. Hopefully we can get healthy again. But, man, I just had to enjoy what the whole experience was. And I think it was a win-win-win for all in this case, except for the Vikings.
Well, guess who's leading the AFC North right now? Your Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers, 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's Baltimore right now?
Ooh, they're 1-3.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, and it looks like Cincinnati is with almost. Well, we're halftime here. 21-3, Broncos over Cincinnati.
Okay, they're going to be 2-2.
So Browns looks like the toughest competition in the whole AFC North.
Maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just to kind of recap what you just said there on the final game managements and the final thoughts and the takeaways. Guys, I really think we started to see a lot of things morphing into what we thought this team could be at the beginning of the year.
Agreed.
And do I like to see this bye week coming this early? No. Am I hoping that they're managing this properly to say, hey, you know what? Let's not show too much more. Let's continue growing each week, but not throwing everything out. And as far as Dublin goes, I don't know if you guys were watching TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever social media platform is out there, but that entire city was Steeler Nation strong.
Oh, yeah.
Even Bill Murray came out to play. Did
That's
you
right.
see that?
I did see that. Yeah.
Celebrate his 75th birthday, singing himself a little Irish ditty. So, I mean, I think for the NFL, you could not have asked for a better weekend for the NFL and breaking in Dublin for the first time.
Yeah, even last night's game.
Oh, yeah.
Georgie
It
Boy
ended
and
in
Company.
40-40.
40-40 tie.
They said that was
that was
scoregami.
I turned it off. I thought, hey, Cowboys got this. I turned it off. How would I have known?
And who would have thunk a 40-40 tie? That will go down in the history books for a long time.
Yeah, really. Not a 3-3 tie.
No, 40-40.
Wasn't that the Browns Steelers tie? 3-3.
Was it
Probably.
3-3? It might have been, JT.
I thought it was. All right, producer, that's your homework. Dig that up for next week.
It was
I
something
got it.
pathetic.
Yeah, it was pretty piss poor. I don't think either team scored a touchdown in that game.
No. Hey, one thing though we got to touch upon too, man, and because I know we're a little over, but I got to bring up we had a quarterback get mugged.
That's right. Skylar Thompson reportedly was assaulted and robbed, or mugged, or
Right.
I don't know.
By a couple of different blokes, but however,
Why are you staring at me?
because
You think I
I'm kind of
didn't?
thinking you were the one involved in this. There, I'm just
Oh,
letting you
come
know,
on.
we're producer. All right, but my point is to all of this is at the end of the day, there was no complaints filed. The Irish police have said there's no formal complaints, and it's almost been like washed underneath the table. What a great weekend. Why are we going to go ahead and ruin it with Skylar Thompson being beaten up and found by the Irish police early in the morning on Saturday? First of all, why was he not in his hotel room? Did he not make it back from, what do they call that, JT? Is it probation? Is it, what's the word I'm looking for? When a coach puts out a mandate of when you have
Curfew?
a curfew.
Yeah, curfew.
Thank you, producer. A curfew. I was looking at that from a young man's point of view. You're still on a curfew. You got to be a better.
I'm breaking it right now.
You're breaking your curfew right now. So I got a question. Did Skylar really do something bad and we're trying to keep this hush hush because this is an international deal now?
Yeah, hard to say. We'll see if much of it gets uncovered, but they did say the NFL was investigating, so you know what that means.
I think I know what happened. He followed a rainbow, found a pot of gold, and Leprechaun assaulted him for the gold.
Yeah.
Hey, if he was wearing a kilt, he's got to look with a ribbon.
That's what happened.
Not everybody knows that song, TA.
Not everybody knows the ribbon song. Maybe we should have ended this segment with that song.
That would have been a great one. I wonder if the Sid does that in techno form.
Oh, me laddie. Looks like you had a good time and you won first prize.
That's right. Don't know where I've been, but it looks like I won first prize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a great one. The kilt the kilt. Is that? I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's not the kilt song. The Scotsman.
The Scotsman. There you
Scotsman.
go.
Actually, it's not Irish. He's the Scotsman.
He is a Scotsman because the Scotsman's wears the kilt.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, good stuff. All right, boys, we're going off in a bye week. Let's say we're going to skip Thursday night. What do you think, boys?
Absolutely. You're not going to see us until the next post or pre-show. The pre-show.
Next pregame show. So a week from Thursday.
You got it.
Sounds good.
You got it, man.
All righty. Well, hey, enjoy the rout of the Bengals. The collapse of the other AFC North opponents continues. I'm digging it. So enjoy the rest of your week, Steeler Nation. Man, careful in the hot tub. We'll see you next time.
Check back next week into the Steelers Realm.